peace to the nigga nation for all it's worth. You know what I mean? For all it's worth. But yeah, I'm just sitting here. I'm on break. I really don't have much time to sit and hang per se. But I was listening to the Real Life Street Stars interview, and I heard Charleston White make a quote. Well, I heard a quote from Charles. Well, I heard Charleston White made a statement, and I'd heard him make this statement before. The statement is that black people are the pigeons of the world. And why did he say that black people are the pigeons of the world? If you observe the pigeon is pretty much a scavenger, I guess by definition, sakes a scavenger. Pigeons walk around aloof and they seem to not necessarily have a care in the world, but yet and still, in most cases, as soon as there's a handout for them by way of a tossed piece of bread or anything that might fall out of the hands of a person that's maybe walking down a city street or what have you, a pigeon will swoop in and get it. And then it might be a small bit of something, and a whole slew of pigeons are going for it. Now, for a prey to be, we all are predators and prey to some degree, I imagine. For a prey to be as gullible as to if you just throw even the smallest bit of bait out there for it to swoop out there and without even throwing caution to the wind against any perceived adversaries or predators or things of that nature. That would be a prey that would be presumably easy in order to attack or to overcome. So from that aspect, we must compare the plight of the black American to that of the plight of the pigeon. I don't know if plight might be the right word. The conditions and the circumstances and the sociology of the pigeon versus the conditions and the circumstances and the conditions of the black person. In a world where just about every other ethnic and racial group has the benefit of industry. The Indians in India, they got their own way. They got their own industry, whether it be silk or whatever, what have you in India. The Asians, China, they have their own particular forms of industries in order which they're known for. Europe, I guess for the most part of the, Europe has a throne of power, and in countries of Europe there are certain things that are grown to, I guess, grain and whatever, liquor, wine or whatever in Europe. The European, speaking of the European, the Spanish person, they have their form of industry. But if you look toward the black American, the black American is although we've lived in this country for centuries and centuries, we don't necessarily have anything in which we could say that we hold dominion of in the industry and the corporate world. And then you also have to think of from the aspects of educational systems. We might have a HBCU, but if you look in the background of a HBCU, you'll eventually shake that tree and find a white person that falls out of it. Most HBCUs, including the one I went to, Fisk University, it was founded, or either founded or built by the aid of the slave masters' dollars. So really, I guess what it was, from perception, considering that there was a paper bag test, it was pretty much a finishing school for the slave. It was the institution that prepared the master's children to become better slaves in the system. So then we go from there. We also go to economic systems. Not necessarily just aside from business and industry, economic systems in regards to banking systems. We don't even have institutions where we can loan out each other out money. Then from banking institution, we go to medical. We go to medicine. There's no. I don't know. Maybe somebody out there might know better. Is there any black-owned large hospitals that are able to treat black people on a wide scale without being negatively affected? negatively affected to the point of bankruptcy. Let's finish the phrases out like that. So, or is the black person, is the black man, the black boy, the black woman, the black child, black gal, is their existence, is their social, economic, academic existence on this, well, in America? We're going to stick with black Americans. I'm going to talk what I know, because in a lot of cases, not only are the pigeons are the pigeons defenseless, the pigeons will also go into the defense of someone that is not a pigeon, to a bird that is not a pigeon. Maybe a dove, maybe a yellow canary, maybe a red bird, maybe a brown-chested robin. Anybody except for the raven. They'll go there to the pigeon. And once again, ravens are somewhat scavengers in themselves also. But I just came on here to ask that question in my short time and break. I still need to enjoy the few minutes of my break. I just wanted to come on and ask that question, ask the world that question. Because, during the course of these interviews, you get lost in so many other things that he says. We have to learn how to, and not just for Mr. Charleston White, just for any one of us, we have to learn how to break down certain things of information that we hear to the smallest of compounds in order to get a better and full understanding of it. So with that being said, nigga nation or nothing, peace and love.